What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Collectors Table Live. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late here. There was a ton of information to get together for you guys, so we just wanted to make sure we got it all together. I'm joined here by Shane. What's going on, Shane? How you doing?
Good. Looking forward to a show. There's a lot to cover. I actually missed the Prime 1 event yesterday. I was out of town, so I did catch the highlights. So looking forward to talking about it.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into pictures pretty quick just because there's so much stuff to cover, and I don't want to be here for like 4 hours talking about everything. So we'll try to keep it timely for everybody. I know me and John are a little tired. We were up late last night. John, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining.
Doing well, thank you for the invite. Yeah, a lot of stuff to process last night.
Yeah, man.
But glad to be here. Excited to talk about some of the cool things that were shown.
Yeah. All right, Kev, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good. Ready to jump into this just like everybody else. So, some good stuff to separate me from my wallet, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see if we could put a tiny bit of music on.
For the record, I just want to say it's nice to have a little bit of extra Canadian class on the show. So thanks for coming on.
It elevates. Let's be honest.
It really does.
A certain level of elevation, yeah.
I noticed on your show you surround yourself with one or two other Canadians, and
I try.
Your shows, yeah, it's really classy. So
how do we take these guys? How do we take these guys out of the thing for Canadian?
Look at these.
No, I appreciate. I've been wanting to do a show with John, man. I watch a lot of his stuff, and he's a good dude. And
every Friday I watch his shit.
We haven't had a chance to do a show together, so it's cool just to meet new people and do shows together and kind of just broaden the community. So
it doesn't get better than breaking bread over a next level showcase. So this is perfect timing.
For real. See, I'm usually like the last in line because like my show's on Sundays, so everything is usually coming out. Everybody talks about it, so it's good to kind of get like a fresh take on it. Let's see if we can put this. Can you guys hear the music at all?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell me if it gets too loud. Is that good?
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's say what's up to some people. Edwin, what's going on, Edwin? Thanks for joining. He's just saying what's up to everybody. Anthony, what's going on? These guys are going to be trickling in here. Mitch, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Nice to see you again. Shang-Ji or Gi, nice to see you. The nice guy, always nice to see you. Everybody's having a nice morning. There he is again. Figure Kong, what's going on, man? Nice to see you again. Edwin, we already said what's up to. McFly, what's going on? Atticus, I think I already said hi to Anthony Kennedy. Who else we got in here? Ledge, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Kev, you changed your name recently, right, Kev? It's
just last week. So yeah, that's me.
All right. And John just saying what's up to the guys in the chat. So real quick before we get into these pictures, so Shane, you said you missed it last night?
That's right.
What's that?
Yeah, I missed it. I was out of town.
Okay. And Kev, did you happen to catch it live or?
Yeah, I catched it live.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into this here. Just because we got so many pictures. And we'll just start with this. Let's see what we got. Hang on 1 second. So I don't know if anybody collects any anime statues. I'm not really a big anime collector. But they showed this first. I forget what's this guy's name again? How do you say this? Kenshiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, quarter scale. For anybody that likes Kenshiro. I know it's a pretty popular anime.
Is it?
It's a little bit more old school, so it dates back to our days, Shane.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs, so.
That guy looks like someone you'd see in Street Fighter or what's that other fighting game? I forget.
Oh, there's plenty of them, but yeah. He
King Fighter or King something.
Yeah, I wonder what these. Does anybody know what these like bullet hole looking things are in his chest and how he got them? I've always wondered that, but
This is not a series that I have watched, so I would have to do a little bit more homework on it. But again, when you look at stuff like this, I love that they're giving a lot more love to the anime community. It's a huge up and coming group from the millennials, even now the Gen Zers and stuff like that are into it. So it's kind of bringing that whole new group into the fold of statue collecting.
yeah, it looks cool. If you're into it, it's nice. If you're an anime collector and you really like the series, it's cool looking. You can appreciate it as a statue collector. You might not collect it, but
Yeah, I felt like her the first 10 minutes of the showcase. I was half asleep, but I can mirror what Kevin is saying, where it's good for the people who appreciate the anime, and not only existing fans, but there's a big influx going into that anime world. So I can definitely still appreciate the art.
why do you think there's a big influx going into the anime world, though? You think it's just because those pieces always seem a little bit more, or a tad bit more affordable than, say, like the big name pieces? I mean, these are big names too, but
it could be a variety of things. It could be the disappointment that what Marvel and DC are bringing to the film and what they're doing to characters. People are just looking for some sort of
something different,
something to soak up, some sort of entertainment. And you hear anime, you should try this. There's so many. Chainsaw Man, Prime One talking about Chainsaw Man last showcase, and people start to look into it, and then they fall for it, and that's it. It starts to steamroll.
Yeah, I want to add to that because I've kind of run across the same thing where you're kind of watching a lot of the stuff in Hollywood and you're going, it's not really grabbing my attention. It doesn't feel original or something like that. And then I got my friends who are constantly telling me, check out this series. And no matter what your opinion of anime is, they definitely come up with some original stuff. It definitely grabs my attention. So the writers over there know what they're doing, and it's definitely brought in a whole new audience.
Yeah, I agree. Some close-up shots of that. Back looks really cool with all these designs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. When you get down into the details and stuff like that, again, another nod to Prime One. I love when Prime One takes on some more of these animated stuff, whether it's animated Batman, superheroes, anime, whatever. They just seem to hit it right, in my opinion. It's when you try to get into, and I know we've had these discussions before, that more real life kind of stuff, the movie characters and stuff that get a little bit harder to catch that likeness. But this stuff, man, I would throw this up on my shelves every day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I still like looking at stuff as a statue collector. I still think it's cool just to look at, I'm not going to order it, but there you go. That's that. They also, they showed this Frieza. They got like the golden Frieza and then the regular Frieza going. Now this took forever to show. This took forever. I mean, this was teased like how many showcases ago?
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was like 3 showcases ago, I thought. So It's been a minute for this thing to come out. But anyway, quarter scale. And a lot of these are just screenshots that I grabbed, so the pictures might not be like perfect, but
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, all that, it's been around. It's old school. You had Dragon Ball Super, the most recent stuff. But anyone who's a fan loves Frieza, loves the details that they've done. I mean, he was pretty much next to Vegeta. He was the original villain kind of thing in the series of Dragon Ball Z. But this is a great shot. And then Dragon Ball Super kind of brought him back in that gold format, which is awesome. Also really, really cool. So I think the scope's great. If I'm a big Dragon Ball Z, just Dragon Ball across the board collector, one of these pieces definitely would go into my collection. I'd probably lean to more the classic Frieza in the white format. And I like how they kind of embodied a little bit of like his ship and stuff like that into the base of
I thought that was cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, it screams Dragon Ball, man. Again, it's a series I love, so I'm going to be completely biased on this kind of stuff. But they did it right. These are pieces that any collector would be proud to have in their collection.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that I don't think that they did right, in my opinion. I think that I like the statue and everything else, but when they take so long to actually show this, because we lose interest in things sometimes. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people do. So if you're waiting 2 to 3 years for something to be like fully revealed, but you teased it 2 to 3 years before that, it's like, man, you know how many Frieza statues came out?
Yeah.
You know, you should have, if you're gonna show it, I would say like a year out, show it, and then try to put it out right away after that year. You know what I mean? Or up for pre-order at least. But I still like it.
You're not setting up the line for success if you're doing stuff like that.
Right. I mean, I don't know why they would show it so soon, but now we don't know the backstory. It could have been a number of different things that got it delayed, and it was supposed to be shown a long time ago. So who knows? But yeah, I'm not really into the golden Frieza, but I like the original paint or the original color.
Yeah.
It's a cool piece, though. You guys don't. I know Kevin and Shane don't collect any Dragon Ball. You're not into any anime pieces, right, John, or what?
For now, you're 100% right. No anime right now.
That's the base.
You can still appreciate it though, but yeah, collection-wise, I'm not there.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one either, but this was a Pegasus statue, I guess. Another anime statue for you guys that are into it.
Yeah, again, this looks like I'm not familiar with the series, but when I look at the art style and stuff like that, that looks like kind of that older anime style that we got back like in the 80s, maybe early 90s. So this, again, looks like a series that they're kind of taking a nod back in the day, maybe kind of getting more the nostalgic collectors, if you will. Ones maybe that's got a little bit extra income and definitely afford to shell some of this stuff out. So looks like a wonderful piece. It definitely seems to be capturing all that art style and stuff like that. So if you're into this thing, I'd be all over it. Just the level of details off the charts.
Yeah. What's up, Mitch? How you doing, man? Jelena, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining. Rashid, what's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up, Rashid?
What's going on, buddy?
Shane, if you could keep an eye on the chat while I'm going to go through all these pictures, if you don't mind.
Sure. No problem.
This was another, I think this is from Evangelion. Did I say that right?
I believe you did.
Yeah, so it's another quarter scale. A lot of quarter scale stuff.
We need to bring in our anime experts next time on this stuff.
I know, right?
Give us the skivvy on a lot of this. It's great.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, she's on some kind of like, I don't know if that's like some kind of pod that she goes into a robot with, or I don't know anything about it, but anyway, check this out. Quarter scale Batman versus Killer Croc for all you DC collectors.
Yes, sir.
It's funny because you get this quarter scale, and initially, in my opinion, I don't know about everyone else in the chat, but you immediately go, "Oh, thank God, I've got some room now. I can put on my shelf. This would be perfect." But then you see this huge setup, like something like this, or Batman with all of his monitors behind him, and you're like, never mind. I'm taking up about as much space, the 1/3 as well. So, damn it, it's cool. It is really cool. And
This thing, I don't even collect Batman, but this thing is crazy looking. You know what I mean? It's crazy looking for sure. And there's not a ton of Killer Crocs out there. I mean, there's a handful of Killer Crocs, but there's not like a ton. And to have it in a diorama like this and a dynamic kind of, he's pulling the chains and yanking them up. I think that's really, really cool. Details up close look good. You can see the chains and stuff around his hand. They got a couple different portraits. I think they got like 3 different portraits for Croc.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the money shot right there.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I even love what Prime One's doing. Just kind of with the sewer water and the liquid and stuff like that. That's just that extra flair I think they give, and it looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. This is well done.
He's got another portrait right there. So I guess this is his breathable. This is his mask to breathe in the sewage or underwater when he's fighting Croc.
I mean, it's another Batman statue, so we know Shane's on board. He's probably already got.
Yeah, Shane loves
That's why I'm not saying anything. I mean, it's cool. It's with Killer Croc, and I know I bug John and Rashid because they're big Batman fans, and I don't dislike Batman. I'm just, Batman's Batman. He's all right. I don't love him. I don't hate him. He's okay. I like him, but he's so overdone that every time I see it, I'm like, another fucking Batman statue. Like, that's all there is. Another Batman, another Harley Quinn, another Joker. Just rinse and repeat over and over and over. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, but you look and they're the most talked about pieces.
100%. They sell. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
But because I don't buy 30 Batman statues, I'm like, okay, this is
Exactly.
Look at this one.
It is what it is. It's still a really nice statue.
Yeah. It's...
And I like that it's a Dio. It's something a little different.
I like it a lot. And I'm not a Batman collector, but I like it a lot. I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool portrait right there, and from that side.
I mean, to your point, Adam, Killer Croc, they don't have a lot of those pieces out there. I know we've got a 1/3, but something like this, if you're an avid Batman collector and you kind of want to get that Killer Croc, which is, again, a character you don't see too often in statues, this is a great piece to represent him.
To Rashid's point, I do think they should take the first 2 portraits to back to the drawing board. I wasn't a fan of them.
You talking about for Killer
Croc?
Croc?
For Croc, yeah.
So this one and the other one that we saw first?
This one I like. There's another, I think there's another 2.
Yeah, there's more like a human kind of face, not as elongated crocodile.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up soon.
But yeah, I think this is well done. Interesting, very interesting that they decided to go the quarter scale route. And I say that just because of where they've been going with their dioramas, having Bane versus Batman at 3rd and Joker versus Batman as well. And then we even had the Joker Dragon versus Batman. Considering all the dioramas are 1/3, to deviate from that is where I was shocked.
So this portrait, is this one of the portraits that you like? This one though?
No, I like, for me personally, my favorite is the Croc portrait, the
actual Croc.
The actual Croc portrait. Yeah.
John, if this was 1/3, would you get it?
I'm considering getting it even at quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I would like, for the price point, I need to see those portraits tweaked.
Right.
But I think everything else is the water effects, the skull. I do get vibes from the Arkham Croc on the base with the rat and the skulls and the sewer.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Yeah. I think Batman looks great. I think the texture looks great on his suit. I like his expression. I like the pose with him pulling on the chains.
Yeah.
I like and it's not like cookie cutter, like kind of scarring. It looks like it's got some uniqueness to it. I like it.
Well, I mean, to Shane's point, you do it enough times, you're bound to get it right. So.
Yeah.
This
Rogers, this is just another day in South Florida. That head sculpt.
This is draws on that old DC Direct one they did back in the day. They did a DC Direct diorama like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this portrait looks terrible. I like it, but I like the other portraits more, though.
I'm not a fan of that one.
I like how they got the rubble and the rocks like on the cape, so it looks like it's flying up.
The scaling is nice.
Oh yeah. Goes his other hand. Goes more of his body.
It's so well engineered because it looks like the base just looks like Croc's coming out of whatever, right? So it looks like you're in it's a tank, and he's just however you display it, it looks like it has depth to it.
Oh yeah. I think this thing's gonna sell out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Dwayne said it looks like a snapping turtle instead of a Croc. Wow, that's not bad.
And I believe, and I mean, there's got to be more quarter scale collectors than third scale. I'm just assuming, just because of the price point and how small they're, a little bit smaller. So this will probably sell out a little quicker. So you don't like this one?
This looks like a bad lip injection. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one at all.
Goes a second
A
portrait.
little bit better. This one was a little bit
Yeah,
better. Yeah.
Well, there you go. This thing is sick, man. This thing is cool. If you're a Batman collector, you got quarter scale, that's the one to get.
That's the best comment today so far.
What's that?
You know, when you zoom out on this billionaire beating up and chaining the homeless reptile enthusiast with no shoes. Duck's got some good ones.
He's come to play today.
Yeah.
So the next one we got is the Hellbat.
Oh, shit, another Batman.
But he's from hell.
It does look cool. Again, they look good.
Yeah.
I like
That
robotic
would be
looking shit
badass.
anyway. I think this looks cool too.
Yeah.
Shane, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with this, but to me, a lot what's going on here and a lot what I saw in Prime 1, it feels like when you were a kid and you were collecting a certain toy line and they kind of got through the characters and now they just started making all these weird variations. Like I remember like the Ninja Turtles, it was also like fireman turtle and construction worker Raph or something like that. And you're just kind of going, man, all right, cool, I'm done. I got one.
That's exactly what it feels like. But again, to John's point, they sell. People buy them, so they're going to keep making them.
This is crazy right here. This is crazy looking right here, I think. I like how that looks. John, what's your opinion on this, though, since you're a DC guy and you collect Batman? I mean, what do you think about it?
I think it's different. Again, I don't go this. I won't go this deep into the Batman world, but I think artistically it's different, and it counters like what Shane was saying was, yeah, you're right. It's 20 million Batmans a year, but at least they're going down the rabbit hole of taking different approaches.
Yep.
Now of him. So I agree with what he's saying, and I think this is good. I think when they showed him originally, I think it was last 2022 showcase, people were, or even before that actually, but people were talking about it. I know a few collectors who were interested, but the thing here is they wanted him in 1/3. So now to go back into quarter, it'll be interesting to see how that's if that's going to open up the market to more people who are going to be interested in it, or if it's going to be an issue.
Yep.
Does anyone know, does this statue have an origin back to the comics? I don't recall the storyline.
I don't know. I don't follow the story. I'm sure there's a storyline though. I'm almost positive there is probably, but
Maybe someone in the chat educate me.
It
What
was
comics?
It was an armor that was forged by the Justice League to help him battle, just to essentially give him a stronger suit.
I like the base with the skulls. That That looks nice.
To me, it almost looks like a suit that he was going to wear to go battle Hades or something.
Yeah, this is
Or isn't that the suit they built him so we could go fight Darkseid on Apocalypse?
That I was kind of leaning that way, is what I felt.
That's right. He built the suit to fight Darkseid on Apocalypse.
And Rashid has given us some confirmation on that one. So
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it does say that here.
Rashid, no.
I remember that now.
I like this pose the best with these switch outs. But all right. So that's the Batman. Here's the quarter scale Poison Ivy. Seduction on Throne. So they got like this whole throne line coming out with a whole bunch of throne pieces.
Fucking everybody has a throne now.
Yeah. Are you guys into thrones a lot, or do you like throne pieces? What are your thoughts on thrones?
I like thrones. I like certain characters on a throne if it makes sense to the character. But like anyone, don't get butthurt. Anyone who's getting the throne piece is good for you. But like when I see Superman on throne, that's not how I want my Superman displayed.
all right.
Does he even sit on a chair? Does he even have to sit down? I don't know. And now they're just putting everyone on the throne just to have a throne.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
really
say,
like.
you want your
Go ahead.
Spider-Man on throne?
Right? Like what's next? Alfred on the throne?
Yep.
Before he cleans it. Wow, that was a quality joke there. You guys not even a flinch.
Oh, I missed it, John. I didn't even hear it. So.
Okay. Never mind. We'll let it slide. I think this is cool. I'm a throne guy. I think this came out a lot better than the original photos that were teased. I love the kind of that Uma Thurman portrait. A little nostalgia there. But I think this is a hit. And I know it's going to be a different price point. But when you lay the cards on the table artistically and what you're getting for your money, I really do think this is going to be the better purchase over the Sideshow quarter scale one that they put out.
I was just going to ask you about that, John. Okay, so you think this will kind of dethrone that one?
It does for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this.
Because when
Detail.
if we look at it and let's just compare and say, you know, that one was $700 pre-shipping, and let's say this will be $12. I think what you're getting out of this one, the amount of detail, that base, the throne, the back of the throne, all the sculptures of the greenery and the vine work and the trunk of the tree. I just think the value is here in this one.
Rashid says it looks too anime.
I love this thing.
And
I
our
think
man
this
Edwin
looks
agrees
fantastic.
with him.
I like the wetness. I liked how like it looks like it's kind of flowing through her veins. I love how different it is because I like to see different shit. Even though it's another Poison Ivy, but I've never seen a Poison Ivy like this. You know.
Now what you're gonna have to outweigh is that's with Sideshow. We compare it with Sideshow, okay. But now, do you think this one, there's more value in this one over the new repainted Hush Ivy? Because that I think was hovering around close to 13, I want to say.
Well, I'll tell you that I think people are the one that prefers a throne is gonna get this throne piece. The one that wants to have her standing up is probably gonna get the flesh tone, the other one. I think that buyer will necessarily, I think they might like both, but they're just going to buy the one they prefer. I don't know.
Hey, John, since you're a big Batman fan, which Ivy do you prefer? Do you like the green skin or the flesh tone skin?
Personally, I like the green skin.
Yeah, I'm right with you, man.
I like the wetness.
That's right.
It was the best timing because when they announced the skin tone Hush Ivy, I went ahead and picked up the green one because a few people were letting them go because they wanted to make that upgrade.
Yeah.
Or transition to the different one, but you just can't go wrong with this amount of detail.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's better than the last Sideshow one that they just put out. So if I was looking to pick up an Ivy at a quarter scale there, I'd probably lean this way. And I think they've got a couple different heads changed portraits, right? On this one?
For this one, I think there's two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think let's see. There's this one with her hair going up.
Looks a little bit more realistic, not as much anime. And then there's another one where she's got like ivy eyebrows or something like that. I thought. There we go.
See, this is where I get
portrait.
Uma Thurman, Ivy
Definitely Uma
vibes.
Thurman.
Yeah, man. This
I agree.
Yeah. Really smart on their part, I think, here.
I love the colors.
Yeah.
Oh, was that another portrait there? Or is that the same one?
I think there's a couple. I think there's 3 maybe.
Yeah, that looks like a different one too. Anyway, really cool looking. How much you think this is going to be?
1,100. Think we're gonna get that high with it?
I think it'll be 11 or 1,200.
I'll say 1,250.
That out there in the world.
Yeah. Logically, it should be between 1,000 and 12, because another $100 you're bumping up the third scale. And I know it's a whole different approach with the throne, but still, if it's going up against the Hush Ivy, that's to slap a $1,300 price point on it. That's gutsy.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it is Prime 1, so if anyone's going to do it, they're going to.
Look at what they did with the tactical throne, $9.99 for that economy version. I think that's the sweet spot there for quarter scale. $9.99 to 1,050 is the sweet spot.
And you know, if they came out, John, with just that statue, like just that one version, that would be fine. But the fact that they have the other versions and majority of people are like, well, economy is all right and the price is okay, but you'd need the screens that you can put shit on. And then they jack up the price, and then they don't even add Alfred to the Ultimate Edition. Just they're not dumb. They're smart how they do it.
Yeah.
They hook you.
What's up, Casual? Thanks for joining, man. All right, so next we got Batman, the Murder Machine. I don't know how I feel about this, man. I feel like it's when I look at this, first I don't know the origin of it, but I feel like I see Iron Man. It's like a weird form of Iron Man when I look at this. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
This is from the Dark Knight's Metal line, right? I think this is the last. This and the Harley was the last installments into the line.
Yep.
It looks cool. I'm happy for our guy Terry. Terry's ecstatic for these last two. So, for the collectors who are completing the line, I think this is perfect.
Yeah.
You got the 3. I think there's 3 portraits for this one too. It's this one, that one, and that one. So this one kind of gives me a Joker vibe.
With the smiling, of course.
That one looks more like Batman.
But I definitely get that vibe you were throwing out there, Adam, with the Iron Man.
It looks like it. Yeah, it's kind of like
and in his hands and his palms.
We're getting there.
It's got Iron Man, so.
See that?
I really like
All the
this.
smile.
Yeah.
You could give a statue emotions.
I mean, it looks crazy. It looks cool. I mean,
Detail looks good.
oh
But
yeah.
either you're into that or you're not.
It just looks like Batman got into an Iron Man suit and made it his style. That's what that reminds me of. Like with the repulsors and the,
Yep.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy looking too. Switch out. The base on this is killer. Look at that. That's pretty crazy looking.
Mm.
I like the way it looks though. I like it. It kind of throws me off. It gives me, I think of more Iron Man. That actually looks like that could be like an older version of Tony Stark or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Casual's going to get the Superman on throne.
All right, there you
Yeah.
go. We're gonna actually we're gonna look at
Casual.
that
Why
one.
would you love?
Yeah, that one's coming up. All right. Harley who laughs. Let me tell you something. I thought this thing was awesome. I really liked it. I'm not even into it. I just liked, well, let's go through the pictures. I'll tell you what I like about it. The textures and the details in this thing looks crazy. I think if you have the Batman who laughs, even though it might not be the same kind of like storyline, or I think it is. I don't think it is, but if you pair this up with the Batman who laughs, I think that'll look pretty cool. This is another one that I think will sell out pretty quick.
Yeah, depending on how they keep the edition size, I think this is a perfect companion piece to the Batman Who Laughs. And I think it's going to drive up that price for the Batman Who Laughs in the secondary market now.
Yeah, because there were people, I was on Art Show, and there were people saying, hey, I was thinking about selling my Batman Who Laughs. Now I'm not selling them anymore. I'm going to keep them. Or they're going to go find them just to get this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for one. It's going to be a tough find now, that's for sure.
Look at this, man. This thing looks good.
Her portrait is just out of this world.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not really, I mean, this portrait looks kind of cool, but this is not one I would sport.
Yeah.
How about you, John? You like this one?
No, I'm not a big fan of this one, but I do hope that they give us the small bases like they did the Arkham City Harley, where you can display the portraits at least next to the piece.
Yeah.
This one was wild.
Yeah. That's how it looks up close. It's nice.
And that's when you start, what Yelena said here, that's when you know.
I got a better picture of the hyenas later. What were you saying, John?
The comment here by Yelena, that's where you know, that's when you know you got a solid release on your hands, is when you're pulling people from different IPs
100%
into DC. That's when you know that,
That's
you know.
the litmus test.
Yeah.
So, which one gives you more of a side eye walk from the wife? A Harley Quinn like this, or a skimpy clad Harley Quinn?
My wife won't care either way. But I don't know. I mean, now if you get the random person that comes in and you got
Yeah.
a thing in like chains and it looks like it's got like mask and shit, like you came out of like some sex chamber, they might look at you a little strange, but
Yeah, just looking at the statue, I feel like I got to have some kind of safe word above it.
yeah, this looks crazy.
Yeah, those hyenas are great. That's super cool.
Yeah, it'll definitely scare your neighbors if they come in your house and you got this shit on the first floor. Or in the common area. Looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good. Really sadistic.
What about this, John? You getting this?
I'm considering this one.
Yeah.
I'm not jumping on any pre-orders. If anything, I'm gonna sit and wait and just see how it plays out. But yeah, this is one I'd love to add.
This is my favorite portrait.
Yeah, easily. But it's not one I would want to have on her own.
Right.
I think Batman Who
I would
Laughs
wanna
is a
switch it out.
must.
Yeah.
Is a must here with her.
I probably like that one the least.
With the grin, yeah.
I just don't like that shit over her eyes like that.
How can she see? It's not practical.
This one is super cool.
Yeah, that's man.
There's the mallet with the blood.
I think it had a total of 5 portraits altogether, which is
Okay.
wild.
Dwayne's getting it. Good for you, Dwayne. It's a nice piece.
Yeah, man.
Yep, that'll keep the neighbors away. Good job, man.
Got like
Freeloader.
the meat cleaver.
Gonna double back and get Batman Who Laughs to pair with her. Yeah, that'll go great.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, she uses the Force. Definitely not a Jedi.
This poor, I mean, man, let me tell you, Prime One might not have the best customer service, but they fucking kill it, man.
Yeah, they put emotion on their portraits.
God.
See, and I know we're gonna get to the other Harley Quinn here in a minute, but this portrait, I like it. Just she looks a little bit older, looks a little bit more mature, and the other one, I kind of paused a little bit. I was kind of like, looks like she's a teenager in the other one. So I do like when they portray Harley a little bit older.
She's kind of looking at somebody like he doesn't even know I'm about to stab the shit out of him. Like, she's just, it looks great. All right, so that leads us to this.
Just think how crazy she'd be in the sack.
Again, the safe word. We need the safe word, man.
Chances are she's going to bring the hyenas and those chains, Shane, so you better be careful, bro.
It might be worth it.
All right, so we got this Harley Quinn, the Carnival of Chaos.
Okay.
Full name. But let's see, this is kind of the total opposite of what we just looked at.
Now this looks so friendly and PG.
And this is obviously, these are renders. They haven't made this yet, so
Again, quarter. This one's quarter. It's
I don't really care
know,
for it.
fun. Is fun the right word to use? I don't know.
yeah, I mean it's a fun statue,
Yeah.
but this is not one that I don't like this one. I mean, I think it would be cool if it was in someone's collection and I would still appreciate it, but
Yeah. So you don't do a Harley on throne. This is how you get her to be seated on the carnival ride.
you can't go from like this shit to that.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't-
it's completely
yeah.
different. Yeah.
It just doesn't do it for me.
But this is more that comic, cartoony. Yeah.
Right. And it's more of a preference, right? It's more of like, I just like that dark, more gritty looking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if they would have shown this Harley Quinn at the showcase, the level 2 event, everyone would have had a different reaction. They'd be like, "Oh, this is a really nice Harley Quinn," but because it's side right after the other one, now everyone's comparing the two and going, "Well, the other one's so badass. Look at this thing."
And
Yeah, it's
yeah.
weird Prime One does this because it's
They
almost like
didn't do themselves any
cannibalize
favors.
themselves.
You got to be able. You got to disassociate the two. That's the thing.
What do you guys think
Because
about the
Harley, you bring
pose
home
and
your
the
grandma.
overall like scene? Do you think, if you were a Batman collector, is this the way you would like to see it? Or do you
Harley
prefer
on
the
throne?
dark, gritty look? Huh?
Harley on throne
Harley on hyena.
and hyena on. Is a hyena on? Is that a throne? Looks like
No,
a
it's
throne.
a carnival. It's supposed to be like a merry-go-round.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
American. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice. It just, I don't know. I guess it would depend how many Harleys you want, and if you're only having one, what kind of Batman line do you have?
Yeah,
Which
because this
would
this
not
is-
fit with the metal line very well, and the other one wouldn't fit with the normal DC line very well. So
and that's the thing, because with that influx of Harleys that we've had previously, with the tweeter head Harley that in quarter scale that goes with the Joker on throne, and the sideshow one as well, we've had a few there. I think this is great, but how many people are going to abandon the previous versions and jump on this for the ones that own it? I think this is going to be to try to scoop up the collectors who haven't taken the plunge.
Right.
Duck's getting this one.
And we said this is quarter scale?
This is quarter, correct?
I mean, she's got a cute face and it looks cool. Like, it looks nice, but I just don't like to see my Harley like that.
How do you like to see your Harley?
The one
Like, what
with
is
the
your
chain and the
quintessential
hyenas and
Harley?
shit.
Okay. See, I like kind of a mixture. I like a nice violent Harley, but not necessarily overly death metal Harley. Even though I think that statue's cool, if I could only have one, I want something kind of in between. And there have been a few out there that's kind of dark and gritty, but not too much.
I do agree. I'm with you, Shane. I think the fun, sadistic kind of Harley
100%. There you go. Yeah, that's it,
is the
John.
way to go. Like the comic. I actually watched on Netflix. There's a Harley Quinn show that wasn't too bad, and I think they captured her character very well. An animated show. They captured it very well, and that's the vibe I get from this.
I'm gonna watch that. You said it was
You
good.
should,
eh?
yeah, you
On
should.
one of your shows, you recommended it, so I'm gonna watch it.
It's gonna be
Maybe
like
I'll
kind of
first
shut
day.
off your brain, and just that's it.
Although the new season of Titans came out today, so
Okay.
Next, we got the Superman, Fortress of Solitude. Obviously, some renders. Initial thoughts.
I'm not a fan of the portrait.
Yeah, same. Looks bad.
I'm also not a fan of Superman sitting on a throne, personally.
Yeah, from a distance, when we saw, you kind of got that vibe when they showed it. That was cool. This is a must, and I'm glad it's only a render. The portraits have to go back to the drawing board. This isn't a. They should. They have to. This is beautiful. Top 3 for me in this whole showcase is this piece.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and what they've done with the back side of it, the diorama. This is stunning, and I'm a throne guy, so that
You're
could
a
be
drone
why.
guy, so you like it. So it's not.
I get what Shane's saying, where it doesn't make sense. Is he ever gonna sit? But
Still looks cool.
artistically, it's just like I don't know. I don't look at him as he's sitting there, and it's like you say, we never get to see Superman. I don't want to say like behind the scenes, but in other moments where of what he can be doing and the thought process. I think that it's artistically it's captivating. It brings something to the table that we haven't seen.
The chat seems to.
Yeah, people don't like it. People, yeah, I can understand.
I don't think it looks awful. I mean, in my opinion, I think it looks cool. The Superman, is he going to sit down to necessarily rest? No, he might just be sitting down. Just if you just want a cool looking Superman that's seated, it's just a different way of doing them. Because you really don't see too many Superman. Like, is there any Superman statue where he's sitting down?
No,
No.
there's one where he's
I don't
laying
think
down
so.
in
So,
Lois's
like,
arms, dying. But
If you're a throne guy, this might sell pretty well because there is no other Superman where he's seated.
John's
So-
right. There's one where he's laying down, but that's because he's dying.
I don't know, just to have the Fortress of Solitude base, and then, like I said, the
No,
backside.
that is cool. I agree with you. That, and Prime One will kill it with the detail. For me, I need Superman like doing something, floating, hovering, something. I don't know.
But then it just we'll all go back to Superman Hush, and Prime One's not gonna. They've tried. Everyone's tried.
Sure.
No one's touching Superman Hush.
No,
And
and that's why that's the one Superman I own, because
Yeah.
it's the best Superman in my opinion.
Someone said it last night when we were watching this, and I can't get it out of my head, and I don't remember who it was, but they said if you were on our stream, if you were to separate these, imagine having this back portion in front of your Superman Hush.
Yeah, kind of like a background.
In the front, have the Superman in the foreground, and have this. Depending on how big it is, this
I
is probably
see.
going to be larger because this is quarter.
Yeah.
So, like, as opposed to the angel statues that are,
Exactly.
Yeah, I got
exactly.
that'd be cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's
How
just
do you
different. We ask for different. Oh, well, I personally like different. So this is, and we may never even see this come to market. But the concept is there.
I guess those are his parents there, and he's just
Yeah.
flying in the middle of them.
Yeah.
So we've seen this now with the Batman, with Superman. I'm curious, how do you display this? You get one of those mechanical lazy Susans. You're constantly having it rotate, or how do you show this off in your collection?
A mirrored background.
Okay.
Do you think maybe it'll be
Separate,
able
yep.
to like come apart like the tactical Batman on Throne Ultimate Edition?
From a certain angle, you can kind of see you can see that again. I think it will. I think this is going to be very similar to Tactical Throne, where it's sold separately.
I don't know.
See, I do like throne pieces. I own currently 1, 2, 3, 4 throne pieces, and I'm going to get another one. If XM ever releases their Galactus on Throne, I plan on getting that one. And I got Joker on Throne on the way, but again, and the Joker, I know he's on a throne, but it's just how they did it with all the chaos and everything underneath him.
The Easter eggs, yeah.
It's not just him sitting in a throne like he's a boss.
Looks cool. I don't know if they got it from some kind of artwork, but they showed that too.
Yeah, like this is beautiful.
I'll tell you, it's not the last Superman I would get. There's a lot of other Supermans that I'd get this over those.
This would be cool if you could frame this and put it behind it or something.
Yeah.
All right. Got another throne piece. Quarter scale Joker.
To go with a Harley.
Yeah. More renders.
I like the portraits here, like this portrait. The only thing that's had me taken back was kind of his outfit. But I'll give it some time to...
I don't like the cuffs. I don't like...
Yeah. To let it marinate, but... The portrait's wild.
I don't know what it is. It's got like a... I don't know if Renaissance is the right word, but the way like everything's kind of puffy and poofy on the collar and
the gesture.
Like it's thrown me off. I agree with you. The portrait looks cool. Very maniacal.
So what do you think is a stronger pose right now? You have this one, and then you had the one that they came out with the punch line behind him. Which one's a stronger representation?
It's hard because this is more... It's got more of a comic-y look to it, and the other one has more of like a real-life adaptation look to it.
It's hard to tell, too, because they showed this so quick. It was more like a teaser than anything else.
Honestly, if I'm going to pick a Joker on Throne, the tweeter head kills both of these, in my opinion.
I left that one out. Yep, good point.
So I guess he's going to have some kind of like piranha Joker-looking fish inside of a tank. I wonder how they're going to make that look.
Nice little homage to the comics.
Here goes the stuffed Batman.
Yeah, no, I'd take the other Joker on Throne all day over this. But this is a good companion piece to that Harley. That carnival vibe, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the Batman Berserk Dark Age saga. I really like this thing. I liked it a lot because I had a Berserk piece. I mean, I had to capture the screenshot, but this thing looks wild, man.
Yeah, this is nuts.
This thing looks wild. I like stuff with like that kind of that armor, that medieval armor look to it. And I think it's the perfect blend of Berserk and Batman. Now I know a lot of people don't like mixing, characters like that, but
It's
when it
pretty
looks like
bold
this,
to do this mashup.
yeah, when it looks like this, I guess that's supposed to be a Bane.
Yeah,
Maybe
it is a
base.
pirate puffy shirt.
Yeah,
It's Seinfeld.
it's got to be Bane. That's his mask.
John, were you a Seinfeld fan?
I've seen some episodes. I can appreciate the humor. I never really got into it, but from what I saw, it's a show that I enjoyed.
The reason I ask is because you have a very witty, dry sense of humor, like I do, and that's right up Seinfeld's alley. So I thought for sure you would have been a huge Seinfeld fan just because of your humor.
No, when I used to get home from school, they would have it on. I'd watch an episode here and there, but I never dove deep into it. Kind of like Friends. Friends was the same thing. I never got into it.
Just to answer Beast here, as much as I don't like Superman on Throne, Shane Galactus on Throne doesn't make much sense. It does, because he has his ship, the World Chip, that he summons to him anywhere in the galaxy that he is, and he actually flies around in his ship. So it's him sitting on the bridge of his ship in the chair. It's not an actual throne, but and someone could be taking a shit and they call it a throne piece. But yeah, so it does make sense because he does fly around in a ship at times.
This looks epic to me, man. I think this is going to be a big time presence piece, which is the way he's standing. He's got the poses like from the Black Swordsman right there with Berserk.
I'm interested to ask people who are big Batman fans and big Berserk fans if this is something they like or if this is an abomination to them.
Yeah.
Because what's next? Or if this does well, are they going to do other, let's say, anime and DC pieces mashup?
That's another Black Swordsman pose right there.
I think it looks badass.
I think it looks badass. I think when you actually see the final product and if you see it in hand, I think it'll look even more epic.
Well, I think it's interesting you guys even mentioned anime here, because for those on the channel who do watch anime, the first thing I thought when I saw this was there's a series called Fate, and there's a character in it called the Berserker or Berserk. It looks almost spot on to what you see in the anime. So,
Duck has a question. Can someone confirm something for me? Is this actually a collab with Berserk series, or is this line just called Batman Berserk? That's a great question too. But just the fact, to go back to the picture, Adam, with the sword. Just the fact that he has that Berserk sword, like that has to be Berserk. Otherwise, there's going to be some
100%.
infringement.
Yeah.
Has to be.
And like, if you really look at these weapons, they're crazy. So the story with these weapons,
cool,
I guess.
Batman axe.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
So you got all the weapons, like you got the axe, you got the sword, you got the spear, and then they're all supposed to combine to make his final weapon, which is this. So all those weapons, I guess, fuse in the story that they're trying to say for this, and it creates this. I forget what it's called, but they got a name for all these weapons. But this is his final form right here with this weapon.
Beast, now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
There goes the armor up close.
You wanted to say it, Kevin. I know you did.
I just want to say G.I. Joe at the end now.
Yeah, I saw you. You were debating G.I. Joe.
So here's the portraits too. The portraits look crazy. Here's the one with him screaming, and then that's the one that's like the next phase, and then this is the final phase.
Like maybe it's because I like Batman, but I don't love Batman, and I like Berserk, but I don't love Berserk, that I really like this piece. I wouldn't buy it, but I think it looks so cool. I'm probably my favorite Batman yet of this.
Kev, are you a fan?
Oh, I'm actually a fan of this. I think this piece looks really, really cool. And I was about to ask you, Adam, because I know you like Spawn, and this gives me kind of that medieval Spawn vibe as well. Yeah. So I feel like that's right up your alley as well.
God, man, you are so right.
Nice. Congrats, Gotham. Gotham's picking up Harley and Murder Machine.
Look at that, man. Come on, look at that.
I might throw this one in my collection just for the.
Look at that shit right there. This thing is going to be, when it's done, in 5 years, when it's done, it's going to look epic. You know this shit's going to take forever. But.
Oh, yeah.
How many of those pieces are going to chip in shipping?
I know, right?
That's the thing. If they're smart, they're going to do it like maybe PVC.
Those just all look like individual hair follicles, and we've all seen how those handle and ship.
Well, I heard of the nightmare with the Hush Batman where he's walking through the Batcave. I've heard nightmares about it. I don't own it, but I heard about it.
Yep. All right. Well, we saw this.
Well, here we go. Yep.
Man, actually, my wife was with me when I was watching this, and she just looked at me, was like, and then she just said, "Baby, that looks awesome." I was like, "I know."
So, this statue, is it the gorilla and then him transformed, and it's both one statue? Is that what this is?
I would imagine that they're gonna sell these separately, and then you can pair them up just like the Batman, or just like the Joker and Punchline, like kind of similar like that.
Is that something you're interested in, or are you more interested in what XM's doing, where he's transformed into the robot and not the gorilla?
That's how it looks there.
You're the big Beast Wars guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say it again.
Are you more interested in seeing him in gorilla form or in robot form like this, or how XM's doing theirs?
I don't know. I got to see more of XM to really.
Like, if you were buying the statue, would you want him as the Maximal, or would you want him as the robot?
I think if I had to pick one, I would probably want him like this, because you see him more like this.
Okay.
But I would. It would really bother me that I don't have this.
Right. So then maybe you'll buy both.
I wonder if this glows down here or like lights up too. But yeah, this thing looks great. You guys like this?
I got to see more. Like, out of all the statues they showed, these are like the shittiest pictures, and it's the one I'm most interested in, not to buy, but just to see.
Yeah, it was hard to capture these pictures, because they were showing it so quick.
Mm-hmm.
But
Atticus makes a good point that Berserk Batman, that would tie in fairly nicely with the samurai line.
Oh yeah, same kind of theme,
some kind of motif. Duck says if they sell them separately, he'll buy the monkey. See, the monkey's cool, but go back, that last portrait. Like, that looks badass.
I think so too.
Although, I would probably end up going with XM if I did get a Maximal, just because I don't give a shit about the movie version. But I'd have to see it, because maybe this one looks better. I don't know.
I can't stand when they show them with like lips and stuff like that.
God, in that movie where Optimus kept opening up his thing, it drove me crazy. Yeah. To me, that was the equivalent of Kylo Ren taking his helmet off every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking helmet on your head.
What is he holding here? What is that?
Is that one of the... It looks like one of the villains, one of their all those little robots they were all fighting at the end sequence.
He's just like smashing his head against the rock or something?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kev?
Again, if this is if I'm into collecting the movie type pieces and I'm all about Transformers, I would add this, and I kind of roll my eyes a little bit. I mean, it's a cash grab here. I see what they're doing at Prime One, where well, you got one, you probably want both of them together, and it's just like,
yeah. But honestly, if I was a business, I mean, it's all a cash grab. Everything is a cash grab when you're a business, right? I mean, you're trying to grab as much cash as you can. That's the whole purpose. But I get what you're saying. If you're like, hey, at least have some type of loyalty to collector and try to make it so it could be more affordable, or maybe you can do some kind of deal. But
yeah. I think you might start burning out your audience.
That's true.
And then it's not a cash grab anymore.
Duck, I'm not going to get a Maximal. I don't have room for one. But if I ever did get a Beast War Transformer, it would be Megatron.
Does this come with it? Is this all? part
It's
of
so
this?
hard. Sometimes they add shit, and you're like, is that part of the statue? Is that just extra for effect? It kind of looks like it's there, to be honest.
Yeah. Are we looking at the economy or the ultimate version?
I think this is part of it. Then this might all light up.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking, Adam, it's one statue.
Yeah.
The fact that they showed it all together, but maybe not. Maybe you could buy them separately and display them like that. I'm not sure. It's just kind of interesting. That's how they showed it. I hope not. I hope that you can get them separately.
Yeah.
That would be a big miss.
This is the village. I forget the character's name. She's the vampire in the village.
Resident Evil here.
Yeah, Resident Evil Village. She's like in the game. I guess she's like 7 foot tall or something crazy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a big one.
Buddy, she's stacked.
Yeah, the one they had of her standing up did well. So another way to make
Yeah.
money. Why not have her sit down?
And
Yeah.
There's the throne again.
Yeah.
Look at those claws.
Oh yeah, she'll mess you up in the game.
Puts Lady Deathstrike to shame.
Nice X-Men reference.
Yes. Good pickup. You complete me.
Did we just become best friends?
Adam will get jealous.
I'm already jealous. Yeah, this looks great, man. This looks great. And this is the actual statue.
Yeah.
7 foot tall goth vampire mommy is her legal name. Adam. Another buy.
Wow. The chair,
Adam,
the
who would
throne is
win in a
nice.
fight? Who would win in a fight, her or Predator?
Stop it, bro. Are you serious? He would rip her to shreds, bro.
I don't know what she does. I've never played the game.
I don't either. I didn't finish it, but I got to still say Predator.
She'll throw her hat at him.
That's a big ass hat, too.
Who's buddy from Mortal Kombat that throws the hat and it cuts you?
Oh, what was that guy's name again?
I
Was
wanted
that
to say Liu Kang, but it's
Yao
not Liu
Xing
Kang.
or-
Yeah, he's got the blades on the rim of his
Yeah.
hat.
I know who you're talking about.
Here's the size of it. Obviously, this is, I would say, quarter scale.
I don't know the character and I want her. You mean the statue or you want her?
Well, actually, she's taller, so I don't know if this is quarter scale, but I don't know.
What's up, Slifer?
That
I
looks
would-
quarter scale.
Yeah, I
That
think
looks
quarter.
quarter to me.
Yeah.
This from a game I only know her from porn.
All right, Gotham, put the link in, please.
This is this is all, I guess, fully sculpted, right? It just got, it looks like real fabric.
Yeah, fully sculpted. The detail on the chair on the throne is
Kung Lao. Oh, Walton coming in.
Wow, that's it.
Yeah. You know what? We deserve that, Walton. I should have known that better. I got to go back to my old days in the arcade.
Yeah, they definitely deserve that, Walton.
Yeah, I think this looks fantastic.
Is it fully sculpted? I'm going to say so. Prime 1's not really a big mixed media
yeah. This one's fully
like when it
sculpted.
comes to like a lot of shit like that.
So the next one we got is Last of Us.
Yeah, this is great.
Did you guys watch the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Played the game, watched the show. Was pleased with both of them.
The watch is broken just like in the game or in the movie or in the show.
Both.
That's cool. Cool detail.
Goes the dog tag around the pipe. Ellie's backpack. Yeah, this is all sculpted.
Yeah, I know the games have been out for a while, but I'll still stay away from the spoilers with the sequel, the TV show coming. But it'll be interesting to see how the community reacts to the second season, just like the community reacted to the second game. I wonder if you strike right now while the iron's hot.
Yeah. Look at this. This is crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the detail's unbelievable here. Almost makes you think they should have put this before the Ellie and who was the other one? What was her name?
In the sequel?
Yeah,
Yeah, is that Abby?
Abby. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have expected them to put this piece up before that duel.
Exactly, with the TV show being out and
Yeah.
everything like that, you probably get a little bit more interest. I
I
agree.
think that would have been a little bit more strategic, to be honest. It could have been maybe some licensing issues or whatnot they were facing, or who knows.
This looks painful.
And this is nice.
That's him grabbing the neck of the, I guess they call it the clicker, but this neck looks oddly a little long to me.
Almost a little ET like.
Yeah, does it look a little long to you? Like abnormally long, but I don't know. We'll see a different view here in a second. That's crazy looking.
I'm disappointed.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's my buddy. We play games together. He was talking about I forgot the name of Kung Lao.
Yeah, I was gonna say stick around. You'll get used to it.
Yep. We are here to disappoint.
You must be new here.
Yeah, that's right. Beard looks cool, like how they sculpted it. His face, this is a cool facial expression.
Mm-hmm. Anybody picking this up? Anyone in the chat?
Yeah, I'm not picking this up, but I would be interested to see who is.
Anything's on the table for the right price.
Yeah.
I'm curious with you guys. Is there a video game that you've played that if they started making some more statues, you'd get on board with it?
Max Payne.
Max Payne, good.
You remember Max Payne, man? That was a great
I haven't
game.
played Max
I played that
Payne
shit on
in so long,
computer when I was a kid.
like 25 years ago.
Classic.
Yeah.
Max Payne and Grand Theft Auto. Vice
There you
City.
Was it the pills that he took where he could slow down, or what did they heal him? I can't remember. It was like something where he like jumps and he slows down time.
Bullet time, yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting old, guys. We're getting old.
Yes.
Buddy, I've been old for a while. I think,
Good.
Kevin, you're the oldest one on the show, aren't you?
I think John's the baby.
Is he? Because I'm pushing 43, so
Wow.
That's
You don't. Well, he could be the
44
oldest.
actually. Now that I think about it, damn it.
That's how old he is. He doesn't remember his age.
He could be the oldest, but he doesn't look the oldest. So that's the key.
No,
When do you turn 44, Kevin? What month?
I did back in April.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
I turn 44 next month. So
Okay.
You're
okay.
44, Shane?
yeah, man.
yeah. I always forget how old Shane is.
Wow, that's crazy.
How old are you again, John?
I wish you told me that before you invited me. Jeez. No, I'm kidding.
John, I'm guessing you're like what, 35, 34,
Millennial.
32.
32? Oh, there you
He's a
go.
millennial.
Yeah, 32, man. But damn, wow, Shane, you guys have to write a book with your secrets because you don't look 44. Holy man.
I'll be 38.
Yeah.
I do a shitload of coke. It keeps me busy and
Yeah.
active.
Yeah, the 80s were good to us.
You
Yeah.
take a little bump when you have to chase somebody down and tackle them when you're at work.
Fuck yeah, you didn't just take a piss in the bathroom.
Anyway, that's the Last of Us statue. We're actually getting through these pictures pretty quick. I thought it was going to take a long time, but
Fuck you, Duck.
yeah, that neck just looks odd to me. Doesn't look right.
do you
Maybe
mean?
he's pulling it upwards and elongating it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's where the seam line is right there. You can see it.
Yeah.
They had to make it long enough so his hand would fit.
I think that's what they probably tried to do, and it made it look a little odd, but I don't think it's like a really big deal. But
What's up,
something
Chris?
I
Welcome.
noticed.
Man, what's going on, Chris?
Hey, man. Goes the more of the details. All right.
All right,
Here we
now
go.
let's get into
All
something.
right. No, it's done.
No one wants to see this. Let's cancel the pictures now.
Hold
Yeah.
on, Chris.
Man, let me tell you, I love this. I've been waiting for some good Terminators, especially how we got treated after Darkseid released that Sarah Connor. Man, and I wanted to like that Sarah Connor, and the details just weren't there. And then you look at something like this, and you're like, man, I'm glad I waited. I know the blue collar collector, he was talking about that he felt like he jumped the gun a little bit, and he ordered those, and now he kind of regrets it. But hopefully he can work out something where he can maybe, because they didn't show us Sarah Connor, maybe you could still rock it with these, but
Yeah.
the detail will look different.
I'm
But,
not very impressed by what I'm seeing by Darkside Collectibles.
No,
Yep,
man.
I agree.
No.
Hand pictures. Ugh.
I like the fact that they were trying to do it, and it looked
100%.
pretty, yeah, and it looked pretty good. They just needed to add more detail to it and to complete it. It just looks incomplete. But anyway, this is the endoskeleton, and I have been waiting for a good, cool endoskeleton to come out.
Yeah.
Jupiter's cock.
It would be great if Prime One. I hope they're listening
what
at
did
some
it say?
point.
Let me check the scale again. Yeah,
If
30
they go
pounds.
all
Third.
chrome on this thing, I mean, to the point where you leave a fingerprint if you put your thumb on that skull or something like that, make this thing shine. I am all for it.
I don't think they will. I don't think
So
they'll film it.
I'm definitely
it would
getting
jack
that.
up the price so much.
Yeah. With all the little details, all the little pieces. Yeah.
God, it would be cool.
You're gonna pay.
It would.
They're gonna milk this. This is so beautiful, but they're gonna milk that price point. I can just see it.
Oh,
Well,
How much you think it's going to be, John?
Oh, in third scale?
The base lights up too.
Damn.
So this is going to be what, like 225,
I say-
25
I think so.
inches, just the skeleton?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was $2,000 to $2,500.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and it's like that's too much.
I'm thinking like that 26. I think 25, 26 is gonna be the sweet spot there. for
Yeah,
this one.
that's what I agree. I'd say 24, 25.
Yeah.
Because they know what they have. There's
Yeah.
so many fans, and they're going to milk that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, this looks.
Oh, Duck says 3K
Fantastic.
each. Mark my words.
3K.
Woo.
No.
Honestly,
No.
with Prime 1, I wouldn't doubt 26, 27, 28.99.
Honestly, man, that would upset me because that would bum me out, man. Because I really want it.
Well, Adam, how much did you pay for your Prime 1 1/3 Predator?
Yeah, but this is I don't know. I got to see more pictures of this to justify a $3,000
Oh,
price.
yeah.
It doesn't look like it's $3,000, man.
That Predator came with more detail than you can even.
The Predator's
Imagine.
I agree, but
Man,
3
it's
grand
got
is
so much
cheaper
shit.
than 35.
I'm telling you, a lot of people. When you see, if I was to bring people to my room and I show them that Predator piece, a lot of people that have seen it in person that like didn't before, they're like, okay, now I see why it's that much. Like, I still think it's overpriced by a couple $100, but it's a lot more understandable when you see it in real life. It's just crazy. It comes with so much shit, and it's heavy, super duper heavy.
I'm still going to say about 25.
Yeah.
If it is 28, 29, I wouldn't be overly surprised. It's Prime 1.
I'm gonna say it's probably around $2,000.
2.
I'm
Well-
saying I would say $2,000 to $2,500 at the most.
If
No,
they
I
were
think
smart, they'd put it around $2,000.
Yeah. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping.
Who does Prime? Buddy, let's not get into the combo about that Terminator against a J&D statue.
Yeah, that's a whole other separate discussion. So the T1000,
The likeness isn't there for me. The effects are cool, but the likeness, that looks absolutely nothing like the actor right there. Like,
I think it looks.
the only
like
thing
him.
they got is the mouth. The lips look like him.
You don't
There,
think, you don't think
there
this looks
looks
like
more
him?
like him
You're-
right there, but the other picture doesn't look like him.
Yeah, because he
put a
just took a
shotgun
shotgun blast
No,
to the
but
face.
he still got half his fucking face.
Shane, Shane, you're crazy, buddy.
Come on,
There,
Shane.
that looked
Shane.
like him. Yes.
That looks just like the guy to me.
Again, that's not the picture you were showing when I said that.
Shane's in
I, mean,
agreement.
I see what you're saying here. It's just his
Like-
face is melted.
Yes, but even if you block like half his face,
Yeah, he's saying
if
the
you
other
didn't
side.
see the hole in his face and you blocked it and you only saw half of his face,
Yeah.
I would not know who that is if I didn't see the outfit or anything like that.
The problem is I need the other side. I need
Now,
this
that
angle.
looks like him.
I need
that
this
looked like
this angle of that portrait. The angle
Yes.
they took it from.
You're right.
yeah.
If I saw this angle, maybe it would, but that other angle doesn't look like this guy at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, if they bring this to market and keep the
That looks great.
if they keep the production close to this prototype on this line, they will hold the best Terminator product ever made. In
This
my
is
opinion.
in collaboration with Blitzway, though, right? So
Everybody says that, and we gotta let that go eventually.
no, listen, I'm not one of those guys that usually jump on that bandwagon to do that.
Yeah.
Now, I got my Jon Snow back there, and a lot of people were like, "Man, I don't like the way it looks." Or I like the Jon Snow. A lot
Jon
of
Snow
people
looks
were
great.
calling him Juan Snow because he looks Spanish, but
Even Linda Carter Wonder Woman came out. She came out great. So
yeah.
Fuck, that's good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I give that 85%, 90%, 85.
This looks. My plan is, we'll see what happens. My plan is I want to get all three of these pieces, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, if they're not even done these things. Like I love that pose.
Yeah, I'm really surprised too that he doesn't have the long finger.
yeah.
Now I don't know if this is like bad lighting. He does look a little more like he's got powder on his face or a little bit more white or something. But I like that pose.
Mixed. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna say,
really like
Adam,
that pose. What's
you
that?
got, you got all that room right behind you. Some nice 3 podiums. You look beautiful with those
Oh, I
guys.
was talking to, and I want to see what you guys think about this for a quick second. Where was I? So I was talking to Art Statue Collector yesterday, and I was telling him I want to get like you know how he's got those big podiums in the middle of his gallery,
Yep.
and I'm gonna get that red chair out of there. That's where I usually play my games, but I moved my PlayStation. But I'm thinking about moving that TV out and putting maybe some artwork. What do you guys think about like the little not pillars but podiums, like little
Pedestals.
individual pedestals on both sides, or do you think like one big podium like right in the middle?
I like individual ones. I like that commitment to each piece kind of giving its own. It gives it a little bit more of that museum quality to it, as opposed to, hey, this is just a big table that I put a bunch of stuff on.
I would say your collection should dictate what you get, because if you're gonna get a line, then you want the one big piece. If you're getting a bunch of individual pieces, then obviously get the individual pedestals.
I think individual pedestals are going to be a pain in the ass. For
I
me
think so too.
On carpet.
Well, you could probably still make it work because of the weight, but the pedestals, I'm afraid like I would bump into them or something, or somebody would bump into them, they would fall right over.
I would, depending on the scale you're going to go with, get like I'd construct like a little island, and then you can always play with risers.
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying. Yeah, so like a big podium in the middle.
Yeah.
I guess you would call it like a big display in the middle, and then with a riser. Yeah, so you can see the ones in the front and in the back, and you can see it from all around. But yeah, this side is going to look like the other side. I just haven't finish building those racks. They take forever to build. Anyway, just wanted to get y'all's thoughts on that real quick.
No TV or PS5, man cave, please reconsider. Yeah, I agree, man. You got it perfect right now. You get to sit there, watch TV, play video games, and be surrounded by your statues. Why would you want to get out of that environment? I agree.
It's just hard for me to set up. Like, where else would I set it up? I'm losing wall space if I set up like a couch and I put the TV up on the wall or something, or I could keep it up there, but.
Well, if you kept your chair there, how much room do you have between you and your chair right now where you sit and play?
From here to where I play?
Yeah, roughly.
So this room is like 30 feet long, 33 feet long.
Right. So even if you put a 20-foot island, you'd be fine. And you'd have lots of space to play. And you'd have a big island there for 20 feet of statues.
But what's the concern? Why do you have to...
You're talking about right here? Like,
yes. Exactly. Right in the middle. So you have your computer desk on one side, you got your gaming chair on the other, and then the island of statues in the middle. And you got the best of both worlds.
But what's the concern?
The concern, so it's not really a concern. It's like I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to display the pieces that are coming in and how I can take up this space in the middle, because I want to utilize as much space as I can without it looking cluttered or, you know, too tight.
Yeah, your side, your TV and chair there, I would leave that.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to put? You're going to take the TV out, but what are you going to put to replace the TV? Because you have the fireplace. The fireplace, if you didn't have a fireplace, now wall space can be utilized, bingo. But because the fireplace is there, the wall space is, the way you have it set up, I think is perfect.
I completely agree.
And then you just have to decide what to do in the middle.
I don't even put on that fucking fireplace. It's an electric fireplace, and it's
no,
like,
but it's there.
But
you know
it's there.
What I mean?
Even
Plus,
to put,
I want to be surrounded by my statues. So when I'm playing or watching a movie, I could take a few seconds and look around and enjoy it, and then go back to what I'm doing.
Now, what you can do is block the windows and put maybe another garage cabinet on each side of the windows if you wanted to do that. I don't know, maybe the space is deceptive from how I'm looking at it, but
it is kind of deceptive, because if you do that, then it'll look odd. It'll cover up part of the fireplace.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it'll go behind that other shelf, so it'll look kind of odd.
Yeah.
I've thought about putting a podium where this little table is right here.
Yeah, that would be
podium here and another podium over there, like on each side.
And have like two central pieces that can stand on their own. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, I've also thought about putting like a. Somebody said in the chat yesterday on Art's channel that build like you could cover the fireplace and have like a 2-step display. I don't know how I could show you this. Like, it'll come off the fireplace and then come down like a step, and you could put statues there and covering like the fireplace. But
shit, what's the name for that?
I don't know.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I would put blackout curtains on those windows. I hate light in my theater room.
Yeah.
I just think there's nothing like having a good TV, and if you can have a TV set up and
for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the selector say? Do an L shape by the window at waist height. So he's talking about like bringing this all the way down and doing like an L shape that way at waist height. I don't know. I like the lighting from the top though. You see how on my shelves I got the lighting from the top?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't want to make it about my room right now, but I wanted to get y'all's quick thoughts. I'll figure it out. I appreciate it though. Look at these two. These are going to display so awesome together, man. Got the T800 and the T1000 right there. And it looks like they come with little headstands or portrait stands. Here's this portrait straight on. What do you think now, Shane? You think you still feel the same way?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably 65%. Like again, if
Really?
you covered his outfit, like cut the neck down, and you covered that eye so I can't see the big fucking hole in it, and you just showed me from the nose to his left side, I would not know who that's supposed to be.
Really?
Yeah, I would not. Eventually, I'd probably guess it because of the slick back hair. But if it's supposed to be anyone, it could be an actor, it could be a comic book guy, it could be anyone. I'd be like, I have no idea who that is.
I don't think it's in my opinion, I don't think it's that off. I think it probably looks about 80% right there. Honestly, I know it might be an unpopular opinion, but
I'm blocking it with my phone right now, and that looks absolutely nothing like him from that angle.
what do you guys think?
The other portrait where he doesn't have the hole in his head, it looks a lot more like him, for sure.
I think the complete opposite.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is
Fair enough.
But again, it's everyone's perception, right? That's the
It's all subjective.
It's
That's
all
why
subjective,
It's really
yeah.
tricky when you do like a real life person. It's really tricky. Some people swear that J&D Studios is 100%. Some
Yeah.
people say it looks nothing like it. It's subjective.
Yep.
What do you think, Kev?
That's why I buy comics, comic book characters.
Yeah, I think I agree with John and Adam here. It looks pretty good to me. I mean, I see him.
I see the ear and I see the lips, but the rest of it is not him. To me.
I think the hair is the way it's
Well, the
supposed to
hair,
look.
it's just slick back hair. I mean,
Yeah.
he looks good.
And yeah, and then I think his I mean, this just looks like him to me. But
The more I see this set, the more I want it. It's not a good
man,
thing.
I'm telling you, it is so. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about this whole line.
And I let go of everything. I had all the hot toys. I had the Enter Bay. I let go of it all because I knew this was coming, and I'm glad it didn't disappoint.
Oh, really? So you got rid of it for this?
I got rid of it with this in mind, yeah.
Oh,
Because I think
man.
before this, Enter Bay was really the best likeness for this line. Their quarter scale line, Terminator line.
And look at this. This has got them. It's magnetic, so you could put this wherever
Yeah.
you want, which I love. I
Very
love
smart.
that.
The only thing with this is I hope it doesn't do it. Well, it probably won't, but it doesn't damage the material at all.
Yeah, but like I would imagine if you take it on and off so many times, it'll start.
Yeah, it's
Well,
more
even if you don't, I guess, right?
even if you don't, or even how you display it, because essentially the two magnets hitting each other is going to protect that fabric from dust, sunlight, or whatever lighting you have, or right. So when you take the magnet off over a long period of time, I don't want to see that circle,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
underneath the magnet, that material will be preserved versus everything else that was exposed to the elements. Maybe that's something that's too nitty gritty and into the worrying. I'm sorry.
The magnet. I wonder if the magnets are gonna bring up the cost because magnets are not cheap. I don't think to put in anything. I know there's extra. Like I know when me and my wife had our import business, like import-export business, anything with magnets that you were shipping into the U.S., you had all kinds of you needed special permits and licenses on to, not licenses, but like clearance to bring it in. So anyway, T800. What do you guys think about the initial portrait, the likeness?
It reads Arnold to me from that movie. It looks good.
Yep, I agree.
It's
Shane,
okay.
what do you think?
It's all right.
What would
I
you
don't
give
think
the
it-
likeness percentage?
75. But is it good enough depending on the price tag? Yes. Can I tell who they're trying to make it? Yes. If they charge $3,000 for it, is it good enough? Hell no. For me.
I feel the same way I felt about the T1000 with this. I think I like this too. The nose might look a little wider than it should be, but I think it's
very wide nose.
I still think it looks good. I love how they got like kind of the battle damage scattered all around.
The detail on it is fantastic, no doubt.
Here's it without it lit up.
No one knows yet, Ledge.
Yeah, we're not sure yet, Ledge, but it should. I mean, we want to say soon, but you never know with Prime 1. Sometimes a lot of their stuff gets pushed back.
It's forever.
I don't mind though, you know, like, because I got a lot of stuff on pre-order already, so that's the good thing sometimes. But it can become a bad thing when you're waiting too long.
Mm-hmm.
If I got this piece, I'd also get the T800 and have them back to back. I think that would just look great.
See, right there,
Are you talking
angle.
about the T1000?
Oh, I'm sorry, I said T800. I'm sorry, T1000.
Yeah.
You guys,
that would look cool.
You guys think that looks like Schwarzenegger, like 90% or more, right there?
Not as much
angle?
from this angle.
Okay.
Not as much from this angle, but it wouldn't stop me from getting it.
Again, depending on the price tag, if I was getting this line, I agree with you.
Come on, man. Like, you remember this from the movie? Look at this shit.
Of course.
Look at this. This looks crazy to me. This looks awesome. The pose, him holding the rod, the battle damage, the missing arm, just like in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's already used some of his shells in his belt.
It's not going to get much better than that, in my opinion.
Man, I am like,
Yeah,
I'm a big
honestly,
fan.
when this movie came out, I think there's not another movie that I've seen more times in the theater than this one when it came out. I went and saw it so many times. I love this one. It was
Love
such
this
a
movie. I mean,
all
this
the way
movie is
through.
killer. And then like this portrait right here, like I think they need to, tweak this a little bit here. But I still like it.
Yeah.
I love how they got the grenade launcher. They got all the stuff like from the movie.
Only one drawback to this is like the T1000. T1000 with where you could get the clean version of him.
Yeah.
I would have loved to somehow get the version of the T800 clean with the rose box.
Okay, that's a good point. Yep.
And they had showed clips from the film in the showcase, so I'm hoping they're still considering it. But I think they should have put that forward because that would be an instantaneous buy day one.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's a good point. So the endo arm articulates, right? I don't know if you guys knew that. They moved it on the actual showcase, like they were moving the fingers. So that hand moves.
Yes, sir.
Love that. What do you guys think the price point will be on this? Well, hang on. You know what? Hold that thought because there's still more to see on it and it might change your mind. Yeah, like I said, I think the picture needs a little bit of tweaking, but not much. I mean, this is early stuff, right? So it's looking good to me.
Yeah. Can I be hopefully optimistic and say about 2,100?
Let's say 25 to 28.
Whenever you start adding the battle damage on any of the like Terminator pieces with the flesh and the endoskeleton underneath, and then you start adding the lights on top of that, and then you start adding third scale on top of that, like it gets expensive. Look at this. This looks great. Yeah, definitely gonna probably pick this up for sure. All right, here's the base.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
This will look really cool in a man cave that's like low light with this glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Now the here, let me try to go back. I'll come back. Hang on. The endoskeleton. I don't know if I got the picture. I hope I do. His base lights up too. It looks like it's got a name plate there.
3,500. No, I'm kidding.
Do you guys like that light up down there?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's cool.
Oh, I didn't even really notice this. I mean, I did notice it a little bit, but I'm noticing it even more now. Just like in the movie, all the skeletons on the ground.
Oh yeah.
What are people saying in the chat, Shane?
A lot of people liking it. A lot of people guessing in between 22 and 27.
Yeah.
Walton calling everyone a noob for not saying $100.
Walton's here. Walton crawled out of his cave.
The true face of hate. He joined us.
Hey, Walton's the guy in The Price is Right. He throws out the dollar.
Yeah.
Walton's that
dollar over.
fucker who bets 1 penny over the highest one, and you want to smash him in the lip.
Hey, but you know what? Those guys win. So
Oh, I'd do the same thing if I bet last. I'd be like 26-46.
I like how shiny this looks too. It's got like a shiny look to it, reflective look. You can kind of see the table reflecting off of it.
you got that chrome feel to it. Yeah, I love it.
I wonder what this is. Is this just aesthetic or is this for something?
No, I think it's just aesthetic. It's like I think this is supposed to be like his chest plate for the T1000. For the
Can't really tell
T1000.
what that is.
Yeah, for the T800.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think it's supposed to be. For when I look at this, it reminds me of the chest underneath the shirt.
Slicer
His
says
chest
it's
plate.
armor.
Yeah, that'd be cool if that was the button to kind of turn on the base, the light.
Yeah, I wonder. It looks like it might be able to be pushed in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Got different color lights. There she is. So you get an idea of like the scale. Look at all these parts.
Zoom out a little bit. Right there. I hope Terminator fans notice the efforts we put into product as well. That means don't complain when we jack up the price.
Right, there's your real disclaimer.
AKA shut the fuck up when we charge you whatever we want. Because we put in a lot of work.
No, that's not AKA. That's KA Kim.
Oh, there you go, John. Mitch is saying, yeah, it's a chest plate.
Touche, John.
That was
Touche.
priceless. That has to. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you
That
guys
was good. We need to mark that.
clip things here, but that has to be clipped.
Edwin, that's a good idea too. Put the T1000 statue with the T1000 Pure Arts, the bus, and that bus is pretty affordable too. It's like $600 or something, or 500 something bucks.
Yeah, the one that could be wall. You can mount on the wall. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That one.
But did we actually get through all these pictures? I didn't put everything in there just because there was a lot of other stuff that I just put the stuff that I thought that we would want to cover. Did I miss anything? You guys?
No, I think you got the. I think you covered.
Anyone in the chat? Is there anything Adam missed?
Let me know. So overall, what do you guys think about the showcase? How do you think it went? Well, let's do one question here at a time. How do you guys think the overall showcase went, in your opinion? Did you like how quick it was? Did you feel it was too long? Did you feel like, how did you feel about it?
I didn't watch it, so I can't comment.
I had no objections on the length of it. I will say, based on the subject material that they were rolling out, they're not going to get a lot of money from me. There's a couple of pieces.
How
there.
long was it?
Maybe about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I
A
was
little
gonna say,
over. Yeah,
that's not bad.
Roughly.
a little less than what we take, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And the stuff was cool. It moved at a good pace, I felt. But
Did you like the layout on how they showed, like, you know, they still show the symbol, the logos, and then they go into it? You like that whole like setup? And what did you think about the? Actually, let me ask you this: what did you think about the commentators or the hosts? You think they did a pretty good job?
Again, I'm looking more at the material and stuff like that than really the hosts. Been like that since probably Sideshow used to do their stuff at Comic-Con and whatnot. I'm just whoever's talking, that's fine. I don't care. I'm looking more at shots of the pieces. How much am I getting? How much detail I'm getting? And like I said, when I watched it, I was intrigued. I didn't think there was any problem with them.
Was it the same guys last time? The black guy with the dreads?
He was in it again. Yep.
He was cool. I liked him last time.
They had the Asian girl again. I'm sorry, I forget their names, but the Asian girl with the other guy that was in it before.
Right.
Yeah, same cast.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I really like Prime One, everything they do. Yeah, they might be jerks sometimes with their customer service. We always talk about that. We know that already. But like, you can't really say that they don't do everything with as much quality as they can. I mean, even their show.
Say that because he just
the stage looked really good. The way they did their transitions with their video, their lighting, and their photography, what they showed. You know, the humor with the hosts are a little dry sometimes, but we're not there for the host, right? But if you got a good host, it does make it more interesting to watch and not dry.
I don't know if Led just talk about Prime One or us, but
no.
Wow.
So there was a couple people saying, one of the main guys, I forget his name, I'm sorry again, but that was with the girl, the main host, the two main hosts. The guy was a little dry. He's a little robotic in the way he talks, but listen, who cares? I think it was, I think the visual on how they did everything, and they make it an event, and they just show you, and it was smart because they showed you a lot of the older pieces, and they showed you the new piece was coming out, because just like somebody was like, hey, I want that Harley that's coming out with the two hyenas. And then they showed you the Batman Who Laughs Again, even though that probably sold out already, but they showed you all the rest of the line of the other things that pair up with that really well. So what that does is, even if you weren't thinking about getting those other statues, now you might grab those other statues just to get the one that you really liked to pair up with them. So I think that was a smart move. But what did you think, John? How did you think the whole flow went?
So I think Prime One is putting on the best showcase, best broadcast presentation when it comes to showing off their product. We'll see what Sideshow does now that they're not going to SDCC with the Sideshow Con. But again, I'm not necessarily confident there, because I think Sideshow's main goal is going to be to save money. But I think these are pivotal, and if it does cost you a little bit of money, keep doing it. Sure, don't go see. Prime One doesn't go to the big cons, so they take that money and do it in-house, which is fine. It's marketing. It's a marketing expense. People love it though. There's nobody. That's all we talk about for the next week is going to be this showcase. So it's fantastic. There's value there for them, in my opinion.
Right.
When it comes to the hosting, I just have one simple recommendation. You got so many streamers, so many great YouTube streamers out there. Pick a show, because a lot of them do the show live broadcast. As we're watching it live, we'll broadcast it live for you to watch, and while we'll be having discussions while the hosts are talking, so it kind of mitigates that.
Yep,
that's a good point.
Those dry.
Yeah.
When you're watching it together, but even still, like if you're comparing it to like other show, who else does another show like that? Like Sideshow.
Yeah,
Sideshow has their con.
Yeah. So like when they do their shows or events or whatever, I don't see as many people. I mean, I guess a lot of people watch the Sideshow event too, but like,
well, the problem with the Sideshow event is it's not one specific day at one time. They have it sporadic,
it's like a mix,
throughout the days. Yeah,
a lot of shit that you might not necessarily want to see either. And you're wading through it because you don't know when they're going to show it, but you want to see it live. So you got to sit through a whole bunch of crap just to see what you want to see. But
I appreciate what Prime One does, and how it just gets the community together. Everybody gets together. We talk about it. I'm telling you, for a good week, everyone's kind of on the same page and getting excited. There's excitement there, whether you see a piece you like or not. Leading up to it, there's excitement to see what's going to be revealed. But I do think that this showcase was a step back from what they've previously put forth with product. You see a lot of now quarter scale, a a lot of throne pieces. I was shocked that we didn't see the quarter scale Hush line, the Batman and Superman. I was shocked that they didn't put that forward. So I don't know. I think overall it was a success.
There's some nice pieces for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing I'm even remotely interested in getting, but nice pieces.
Well, let me ask you this, Shane. What was your number one piece that you liked out of the entire show? Even though you might not necessarily be buying it, but what did you like the most?
In terms of aesthetics and what I think looked cool.
Yeah, overall, what did you like the most?
Berserk Batman and that Harley Quinn. Aesthetically looked the best to me.
And if you had to pick one?
Berserk Batman. But I wouldn't. But if I did, that's what I would pick. I just think aesthetically it looks really cool. But it's, again, nothing I'm interested in. And the Terminator, the skeleton.
Yeah,
skeleton. That looks fantastic. That would be the number one thing I get. Actually, that's my number one.
Yep, same here.
Just because I'm a big Terminator fan.
My number one would be the endoskeleton. It would be my three top pieces. Well, the number one would be the endoskeleton, and then the T800, and then the T1000, in that order overall out of all the pieces that I saw. I liked a lot of the other pieces, but those are the lines that I'm trying to collect, and obviously we're more attracted to the stuff that we're watching and keeping an eye on. And I've been waiting for those for a long time. So,
did they show Darkseid on Throne?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They showed that on the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, they showed it on the last one. Okay.
They didn't show the Bane one either. The Bane on Throne.
See, Darkseid on Throne makes sense. He rules Apocalypse. He actually has a throne room. That makes sense.
Kev, what was your top piece out of everything?
Hands down, Professor Snape. No. Kidding. That one actually, I was like, huh? Okay, no. Top one, I'm gonna have to lean toward Batman Berserk. I thought that was so cool. Loved the T800 endoskeleton and also Arnold there. Those were probably a close second, but I don't know. Like I said, that Batman Berserk, it just struck me right. It's like, and usually I don't kind of break out of the natural comic book veins and whatnot, but I think that may be a piece that enters my collection, and it was something I wasn't expecting, which I appreciated.
Very nice. Very nice. Good points. John, what do you think? What was your number one piece?
Oh, did he break up? Or was that me?
Hey, while you think about that for a second, real quick, Kev, what are you ordering? I know Shane's not getting anything, I don't think, but what are you getting anything from the showcase, Kev?
Like when it comes up on pre-order, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I definitely. I poor Walton here. He's gonna flame me, but I definitely think I'll get the Berserk Batman.
That Berserk Batman, man! If you get that,
I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
I 100% want to see it. That is awesome. I would be super excited if you got that. But okay, anything else that you're going to order from the showcase?
No, I mean, I was looking at that stuff, and I mean, I've got a spot that I can place that Berserk Batman. That's what I'm going to do. Everything else, it doesn't really tie into the other lines that I collect. So chances are I won't go with anything else at this time.
Okay. And John, coming back to you, what do you?
Yeah, my top ones has to be the Harley Who Laughs, the Killer Croc, and of course the Terminator line. And I'm telling you, I like that Ivy. I think
that Ivy's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that Ivy's going to be a sleeper piece, because she when they had her on the last showcase, the render they had, people were like, "What's going on?" Nothing really was shown. But if they can bring to the table what they showed last night to production, yeah, I think that's going to be a hit.
Okay. And what are you grabbing? Are you grabbing the pieces that you just said, or?
Oh, I'm not pre-ordering a thing yet right now.
I know,
wanna
but you just
see-
picked up a bunch of stat. I watched your video when you went over the border and you picked up a bunch of stuff. So I know you just picked up like a handful of statues.
Yeah, I need to see the companies and start incentivizing the pre-order, because just in the climate that we're in, we're not in a market right now where people are dropping money and pre-ordering. At least from what I'm exposed to.
Yeah.
It's just the prices in the aftermarket are just too good to be paying retail. And I know that's a double-edged sword, because then it's like, well, then how do you expect companies, if you're not going to be supporting the companies during the pre-order process, then how do you expect them to kind of do the characters that you want?
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is a hobby, and the goal is to try to fund the hobby and use whatever little funds we have to get as much as we can. So the company needs to start incentivizing, whether that's with exclusives, variants, right off the bat, cheaper pricing. If a cheaper price or window, you pre-order within the first few months, and you'll get a lower price than afterwards. That's what I need to see to.
I like, and as a side note, I like your motto, man, that you always say, just collect responsibly. I think that's something that we forget sometimes, even seasoned collectors, and we buy some shit and we're like, damn it, why did I buy that? And then you try to sell it because you didn't really want it, and you went into the hype. I mean, at least I've done it. I know most of us have, but just try to really plan out your stuff. Anything that you guys saw that you really want, I would say make sure you got space for it. But the biggest thing, I always preach about it all the time, if you buy something that's thousands of dollars or over $1,000, any amount of money that's more than a couple $100 is a lot of money. Display it. Make sure you can display it right so you can really appreciate it. Because if you buy it and you don't display it right, you don't have the proper lighting or something, you just put it in a dark corner, you might not appreciate it as much. So anyway, what I'm going to do real quick, we got about 43 people in the chat. If you guys liked what you saw so far, if you can kindly hit that like button just to help support what we're doing here on the channel.
We also have some questions here that
let's go through them
in the chat.
Yep.
Not Walton. Walton just spews his hate. I got real questions. Good day. Anyone going for the Tweeterhead Myths and Monsters line? That Wolfman concept looks great. I personally am not. I think it looks cool though. John, I know you were a big fan of it.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up something too that a collector sent to me so I can show you guys. You guys keep talking amongst yourselves real quick. I don't want to forget to show what he sent to me. But give me 1 second.
Gilman is a masterpiece in my opinion. I love what they did, and I'm strongly considering it. I got some sideshow points that I need to clear up, and I'm considering it's between him and the quarter scale Two-Face. I'm still on the fence, but I really love what Tweeterhead's doing, and again, that kind of incentivizing to pre-order. I see them trying to scratch at that and kind of bring even business to their playing field with that variant that they did, the black and white version, which is exclusive to their site. I think that was a really smart move, putting it up day one so we don't get any surprises, and a good way to kind of bring some business into their playing field.
All we ever ask as collectors is transparency from the get-go. You're going to do 30 different variants, let us know before you start selling any of them.
Spot on.
It's not a lot to ask.
I want to show this real quick. A good friend through just the communities and stuff like that, and I chat with him every now and then. We'll text about different things that are coming out and what we're doing with our displays. But I don't know if most of you guys probably know Jason Borrego. I hope I'm saying his name right, his last name right. He's the Predator. He's like a Predator collector. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yep. I've seen him around on Facebook in the groups.
Super nice guy. And he shared some pictures with me that he just got. He had messaged me before and he was asking me my opinion on the Jungle Hunter Predator, and he was thinking about canceling it. So this was the result. he ended up getting it, and he was super, super happy about it. So I just want I want to give him his kudos for sticking sticking with the statue. Now, if he didn't want it, I was telling him, hey, just don't get it if you feel like you're going away from Predator and you got enough Predator statues. But he was really happy about it. He wanted to share it with everybody. He's got a crazy collection of Predator stuff.
Nice.
Some Alien stuff, and I wanted just to give him a big shout out today. Super nice guy, awesome guy in the community.
I love
his displays, love his artwork. So,
yeah, he's got a sick collection.
Yeah. So this one right here is for you, Jason. It looks great, man. You did really good with your display. Let me go back to the other picture. He's got one of the busts that just came in not too long ago, I think is what he said. And here's some more Predator stuff. He's got some older Predator. I mean, he's an OG when it comes to the Predator.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this piece right here. Love it. I don't own it. It goes for a lot of money now. But this is the dog alien. I'm sure you guys have seen that around plenty of times, but
yeah,
one of my favorite pieces.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Jason. Thanks for sharing those pictures with us. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel and you like what we talk about here to the on the Collectors Table, consider subscribing to the channel. I got some reviews coming up. It's just hard to, so reviews take a long time. If you guys don't know that, they take, if you want to put some kind of effort into it, it takes a good amount of time, but you guys have my word. I'm going to be working on those things. I'm trying to arrange the room so I can just do some good reviews for you guys. So I have that coming up. I'm still waiting on the Rogue Alien that's coming from Prime One Studios, hopefully this month. And then what else do I have coming in? I have the Donatello that should be coming in. I think me and Kev are getting that one, so that should be coming here pretty soon. Maybe we could do like a double live unboxing or something, and maybe we open it up together. What else do I have coming in? Got some other stuff coming in, but those are the ones that are coming in really soon. John, you got anything coming in soon?
The only thing on the docket right now that's pre-ordered is the LBS Hulk.
Okay. Oh man, congratulations! That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's.
I'm excited for you, man. That is a super epic piece.
Yeah.
How are you gonna display that? Are you gonna put it in the background somewhere, or?
No, I'm gonna have something set up in front of me, kind of what I have set up here, but in front of me will be the Marvel. I think the Marvel lineup.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's we'll see. I think it's underestimated the size of that thing, but.
Yep. Well, like I said,
too late for that.
Yeah. Like I said before, John, we at least I know a lot of people liked your video, your car driving video, basically anything. I don't want to call it the car side chat because I guess that's what Batman Statue Collector calls his. But your basically your vlog of your little adventure, that was cool to watch. It was just nice and different to watch something like that. So good job with that. If you guys don't know. John, he has, I'm sure most of you know John already or already subscribed to him. If you're not, he has a channel called The Everyday Collector. Super well-known guy in the community. Everybody, I don't know anybody that doesn't necessarily like John. He's a good guy. And I appreciate you coming on the show today. Go check out his channel and subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of good stuff dropping. He also does a live show. Can you tell us about that, John?
Yeah, we do on Friday nights. Collectors Club, which is our statue live show. We try to have some fun there, cover the week's statue news, and I hang out with the guys. Play some club trivia, which is always fun.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Yeah,
but it's just a hangout, right? Just to hang out, talk about the stuff we love, and kind of enjoy good company.
Yeah, good
appreciate
stuff,
it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on the live today. And you're welcome back anytime, man. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Shane, you got anything coming in soon?
LBS Hulk, Joker on Throne, and I think the other ones come 2024.
Oh, wait a minute. Mitch is telling me something here. Adam, have you seen the new Alien versus Predator pictures from Prime One's open shop that released today? No, I did not.
Mitch is hooking you up.
Did anybody else see that?
I haven't seen it.
No.
I haven't been doing a lot of looking this morning.
Mitch, shoot me those pictures if you can. We might not be able to show it right now, but we'll show it in the Facebook group or something. But yeah, share it in the Facebook group. I want to see what you're talking about. You got my attention now with that. So I'm interested in seeing that. Kevin, I think we already covered your stuff, right? So did you already say that you got stuff coming in?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean,
all right, go ahead.
I definitely got a lot coming in. As I always say, it's feast or famine, and this week's feast. Jane guided me right. I have the AI Starscream in the box sitting here. I got to open them up, take a look at it. Pretty excited about that. I got the XM Beast that'll be here on Monday. But coming in at 326 pounds on a pallet is my 1-to-1 Han and Carbonite on Wednesday. So
Nice.
that's a big
That's
boy.
awesome.
I'm moving some stuff around in the collection room as we speak to display them properly. So
Just remember how deep that thing is. It is.
Huge congrats there.
I appreciate it, man.
It is seriously deep. I know you know because you've been planning for this for a while. So
Wow, yeah. This one I'm ready for it. So I'll send lots of photos.
very
We do
nice.
have a couple other questions if you want to hit them quick.
Sure.
Let me
Do you
see
think switch outs are getting out of hand? 5 head sculpts for Harley. Normally, I'd say the more the better because who doesn't love variety? But that just jacks up the price. So
Sure.
it's really subjective because some people love to swap out. Me, I own a lot of statues. I haven't swapped out anything on any of my statues ever. I have some in a drawer because I'm like, oh, I'll swap these out, and then I never do. So
Where did Mitch say that he saw those pictures?
I don't know.
He said Prime One's open shop that were released today.
Yeah, swap outs are a tough one. If you can
Oh,
mitigate
man, I wish
price,
I would have saw those pictures. Okay.
if you can mitigate cost.
Do you think switch outs are getting out of hand? 5 head sculpts for the Harley are insane. I mean, it's nice to have variety. If you're worried about like the price point getting, rising because they're doing so many switch outs, then I can see like, yeah, it is a problem if it starts becoming an issue where they keep raising the price. But we already have that problem regardless. I think they're going to do that no matter what they do. I like having the options for switch outs, but right now I have like a bunch of switch outs laying on one of my shelves down here around the corner. You can't see it because I'm just too lazy to go dig out the boxes and put them back. So I would like some kind of like storage drawer shelf, something where I can get my switch outs quick
Well,
and then just switch them
what
out.
I bought a 5-drawer dresser, and I put some foam the foam that you could pull shit out of to form it,
Yeah.
and I have that in my shelves, and that's
Did you
where
cut
I put
them
my
out?
swap outs.
Did you cut out or did you
Yeah.
just lay it on the phone?
Yeah. So I got the foam and I cut it to fit right in the drawer, and then I pull out and I just put the heads and the arms and
Yeah.
shit in there.
That's a
But
smart idea.
I've never used it once.
Yeah.
So
That's a smart idea. Let's see. I just want to touch a couple of these like comments before I head out.
and then there's one last question from Beast.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Pull them up if you see them.
Does
anyone-
anyone
Go
go for it, Adam?
Does anyone hold off on POs from Prime One because it takes too long to get them? I find myself doing just that. I think a lot of people are doing that, Beast. A lot of people are kind of switching it up now, and they're seeing how things develop instead of having money get lost because you cancel something.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the smarter way to do it, to be honest, because stuff is not moving as quick anymore. So the probability of you missing out on something, I would say, is lower. I don't want to say that it's never going to happen, but I would say it's lower than it was in the past. Do you guys agree or disagree?
No, I agree with that. I think nowadays, yeah, you work hard for your money. So, make sure, that when you're putting it down, it's either something you're fully committed to, but if you're a little bit on the fence and you think you're going to maybe pull out, it takes too long, something like that. Yeah, I'd wait a little bit. I'd wait and see. And I think people are getting a little bit smarter. I think, and it's being discussed a little bit more as the collecting community gets bigger and bigger, is just that impulse, maybe the little bit more discipline is getting put into place.
That's right.
Not for everyone, but I do think some discipline is being put in place for a majority of people.
Good point. Good point.
I'd say for the majority, you're right, but there are some pieces that are going to sell out quick.
Yeah.
And you want to jump on them. But for the majority, you could wait.
Wander This World 97. I have the Prime 1 Ahab Predator on PO. Excellent choice, by the way. It's got the engineer weapon on the back. Hoping that ships soon. I think it will. My favorite Predator design, one of my favorites. It does look cool. That's the Elder Predator, which is one of the most experienced Predators. And I think it was cool. The base is crazy with the centipede creature. I did have that. I did cancel it only because I'm going into those expensive line of third scale Predators. I got the City Hunter. Actually, I forgot to mention that. I got the City Hunter that should be hopefully shipping in the next, I think, couple months or less. Maybe the next 2 months or so. I got to double check those dates again. But City Hunter, I can't wait to put next to my Jungle Hunter. But anyway, I think that's a good choice. What else?
John, that's for you.
What? I just noticed the Batman dude does the same thing in the car. Challenge his to a race at John.
Not only do they both do that, John's actually angling to be the new Batman statue collector. Look at that behind him.
Oh, I don't know.
He's the Canadian Batman statue collector.
Listen, even if you have one Batman in the collection, you're considered a Batman.
Did we answer this already?
Any Batman rep.
I didn't even see it. No.
Any word on LBS for life?
You want me to take that, or are you taking it?
There is no word on Trey. We're just gonna leave Trey be for right now. He's, we still consider him a friend of the show. We just don't know what's going on in his personal life. So we just want to leave it personal. We've decided as a group, we just want to leave it personal for him. If he comes out later and lets us know what's kind of going on, which he doesn't, he doesn't owe anybody an explanation for anything. That's his choice. So, but I appreciate you asking about that, Cab. What else we got? I wish I waited on like John, Merciless, and Grim Knight for 900 right now.
So steal.
We already answered the Trey question. What else is there anything else I missed or I might have missed?
I think you caught up.
Gotham Cinnabites, Harley, Who Laughs, and Murder Machine are day one. Okay. If I had to pick the third Ivy on Throne, but not buying her. Okay. Grifter, yes, Berserk and Guts and Griffith. Berserk, Guts, and Griffith. I don't think you guys see anything else in the chat that we might have missed. I'm sorry if I missed the comments, guys. We wanted to get through these pictures quick, but I also like to recognize you guys if you want to let us know about something. Knight was saying, I think we saw this already. My favorite piece was
all the ones you're doing, we've already done.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate you joining today. Thanks for joining us here at the Collectors Table Live, where every collector has a seat. I'll see you guys on the next one.